in case you were just sitting around and you were like, oh my god, when is Liam Neeson going to give me another movie? He has done so, because that's what Liam Neeson does. This dude, he holds up a sign on the side of the road and he says, "We'll act for food," and they just give him scripts. He's stuck in a rut the same way like Nicolas Cage was for a long time, where he just started doing a string of really shitty films. And everybody was like, what's going on with Nicolas Cage? And like, I feel like a lot of actors go through this, you know. Cuba Gooding Jr. has done this, Brendan Fraser's done this. I mean, God, like Steven Seagal and Wesley Snipes and just some actors. And now Liam he's doing a film called Blacklight with Aidan Quinn. It's been a minute since we've experienced Aidan Quinn. I'm John Stark from movieguy.com, and this, of course, is a review of Blacklight. Wouldn't that be weird if it wasn't a review of Blacklight and I just started into something else? This is a review of The Secret of Nim. I'm a blind film critic, which means I couldn't visually see this movie, but no one cares. This is not a film where people are going to be like, oh my god, the visuals in this film, they're just amazing. I'm astounded. So what is Blacklight? Because that's the most vague title. I think they literally they have like a movie name generator and they pressed the button and they came up with Blacklight. Cool. We'll go with that. Liam Neeson he works for the FBI and he's kind of paranoid. He's OCD. He talks about how he has to check things 3 times. And he's got like a daughter and a granddaughter, but he's kind of messed up their whole lives by being a paranoid FBI agent that's been undercover, always looking over his shoulder. Now he's like, because he's old, he's graduated up to like mid-level status where he's like handler for younger people who are now like undercover, and they're going through these like serious emotional things, and one of them has like this breakdown and he's gonna like go tell the press about the goings on at the FBI and how they're destroying and killing people and just doing some really bad things, very anti-government. And then Neeson has to swoop in and be like, no, you can't do that. No, stop. And he says something about how like there's this thing called like Project Unity, and it's being run by the FBI where they kill civilians, and then he mysteriously dies, and then he and this newspaper journalist have to work together to uncover the truth. Meanwhile, he's losing his fucking mind and he can't even remember if he has a daughter or a granddaughter or not. So the film starts playing with you in that sort of like Sixth Sense way. You know, like, is this reality? What's going on? And I'm like, we were here already with Unknown. Like, can we it doesn't really matter if we've been here before with Liam Neeson movies, because he's just going to go back to wherever he was before. I'm surprised he just hasn't straight up made another movie called something else where his daughter has been kidnapped and he has to go rescue her. You know? I'm surprised that isn't a film where he just started remaking his own films. Hence Cold Pursuit / The Ice Road, where they're vaguely similar. But anyway, so yeah, there's Blacklight is out there in the world if you want to. Yes, it has audio description. I really didn't care. I really like started zoning out in this film. I was like falling asleep. I was like, oh my god. First of all, there's this little girl in the film, and like every time she delivers a line of dialogue, I don't enjoy making fun of children, but this child needs to have never been cast. It's not her fault. There was a casting director for this film that looked at her and was like, yes, this is what we need. And I'm sure they heard her read dialogue. I'm sure somebody put dialogue in front of her and they heard her read. And like all of her dialogue is like, yes, Grandpa, that's what I want. why don't you come over to me and then we can talk more? Like, it's just so, like, every time I was like, like every time she talks, she's like 5, and she's like, this is a picture of me and Grandpa and a stranger. It's like, oh my God, who is this child, and where did they find her, and why did nobody go over reading dialogue to her? There are so many better child actors out there. So many excellent child actors that I've seen grace the screens. I don't know who this girl, I don't even want to know. I feel bad for making fun of her, but she's so terrible. She ruins the entire film. Child actors rarely do that for me because I'm willing to put up with just about anything, because I'm like, it's just a child, it's just a child. But damn, they gave her a lot of dialogue. This girl comes in and out of the film quite a bit, and she can't read a single line of dialogue in a way that isn't like like scratching chalkboard, like nails on the chalkboard, like I was just like, where did they find this girl? And meanwhile, like, honestly, the rest of the cast isn't even very good. The plot's stupid. The film doesn't really go anywhere. It starts, and then when it decides, like, it doesn't even know what it wants to be. At first it wants to be something, and like Liam Neeson goes in and he's like, he helps out this like one girl who, like, she's in this situation with like racist, she's been embedded with like white supremacists or something, and something happened and she shot one of them, and now they want to like murder her, and so he has to like come in and like rescue her, and he's like her handler or something like that. And then so like you feel like that's going to be the setup of the film. No, it's not. Then we move on to this other guy who, by the way, has the brilliance of stealing like a garbage truck for his escape vehicle. Like, of all of the things you could have possibly stolen, you stole the slowest fucking vehicle possible, and the largest. Like, you can't even be, like, not only, it's like people can see you, you're making the car chase easier. Like, where did oh, there it went. There's the giant garbage truck. This film is stupid. Please don't watch this film. Liam Neeson doesn't even want you to watch this film. That's why you don't know what it is, and why, like, it wasn't released in theaters and didn't get like the same attention as like Honest Thief. Like, while they were like, ooh, why don't you? No, even he let this film die and get buried. He was just like, hey, you know what? If nobody sees this film, I really don't give a shit. It's fucking terrible. That's my official grade. That should be a grade. Like A, B, C, D, F, fucking terrible. I didn't even realize Aidan Quinn was in the film until like I looked at the cast, because I couldn't even hear his voice. And then I was like, that was Aidan Quinn? What the just like, there's nothing. I mean, like, Liam Neeson's trying, because he never just like phones it in. He never just like shows up and like just starts ass reading dialogue. But yeah, it's everybody else did, though. Everybody else just is like, they seem to be like got picked up out of acting school halfway through, and they didn't learn everything, and they're reading dialogue. Like, his daughter's terrible. The girl playing the journalist, whatever her name was, Mira. I can't with these people. And her stupid compadre there at the journalist. And nobody in this film is a good actor except Liam Neeson. I don't know what happened to Aidan Quinn, but I'm going to throw him in that bunch too, of not being a good actor anymore. I guess he just gave up. He was like, whatever. I'm just in this film now. Nobody wanted to be in this film, obviously. They all thought it was stupid. And that's what you get. You get Blacklight. Anyway, but still, like I've said in multiple reviews this year, I've still seen Marmaduke this year, and I haven't shaken that feeling. So I'd still rather watch this than Marmaduke. So I can't give it an F. Until I've like officially cleansed myself of Marmaduke, I feel like I can't give F grades for a little while. So this one lucks out, and I'm gonna give Blacklight a D minus because at least Liam Neeson was trying. At least he tried. Nothing was good in Marmaduke. So that's my review of Blacklight. It's I'm not even gonna say. I'm not even gonna tell you where it is. Don't bother. That's what the D is for. Is don't bother. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like, subscribe. MacTheMovieGuy.com is my website. The audio description project is great. It lets you know what has audio description and where you can find it. That's adp.acb.org. And the ADNA will let you know what the narrators are doing out there in the world, what they're up to. And that's it. That's it for me from Blacklight. I'm going to go, pound sand. I don't know. Something. Anything else other than this.